Integrating evidence, integrating a quote into your answer. So if you just look at this, is about how a response should look filled in. You're going to upload the whole thing, keep all this here. And I'm opening up with a topic. So I picked Plato. This is how you want to open. But maybe you didn't pick Plato. Maybe you picked a word. Maybe you picked the Parthenon. Maybe you picked one of the sculptures. Maybe you picked somebody else. But you just name it. Whatever it is, make sure it's specific. So try not to say, oh, all of Greek art. Try to pick a specific work. All right. More specificity will help you. So after this, I give my reasons. One of the reasons I think that Plato is interesting was that he did not think this world is real. It's okay if you talk about the person as if they're here in the present sense for this sort, as long as it's consistent. But you may want to be in the past tense. That's fine as well. For example, according to our screencast, so I reversed the order that from the previous screencast. So I grabbed my quote about this whole world is an imperfect manifestation. Well, how do I know this works? Because this is somebody, well, in my case it's the same, but this would be me if you were here. So somebody else, supposedly, I know more about this than you do, which remember the idea is to give you credibility as a writer. So as you advance higher and, through upper level course and then graduate level courses, you're sourcing, you're citing people in your field who are doing much greater work or whatever you want to call it than you are right now. So if you're a junior scientist, you're citing people who are doing advanced research. If you're a Van Gogh scholar, you're citing someone who's looking through actual letters, the paintings, who has made a whole lot of bones over the decades with Van Gogh, and they're highly regarded in the field. So this is giving you credibility. But this is what I want to focus on, this transition. It's a little clunky here. It sounds a little mechanical. That's okay. For example, according to our screencast, this is what ties this idea that I wrote to this source that's just going to back me up. So this is a pointing finger back to here. And that's what we mean by integration. So not that you just drop a quote in. The quote shouldn't speak for you. The quote should not take over, right? The quote is always subordinate. Notice that sub means under, right? It's under what you say. It doesn't drive the discussion. You drive the discussion. These responses should mostly be your words. You're just quoting every once in a while to show that you know what you're talking about. And so that's what you do. Go on. If it were me here, I'd go on to another reason. I just have some fill-in material here. And go on for a while until finally I get near the end and I say, well, okay, so, and this otherworldliness is what people mean when they talk about Plato's idealism. These other people, really these scholars, don't mean he is idealistic as an adolescent may be. It's a different use of the word. They are talking about a way of viewing reality. For example, according to our chapter, and now I have a quote from the chapter. The allegory of the cave illustrates the key theory of Platonic idealism, which holds that reality lies in the realm of unchanging forms rather than in sensory objects. I grabbed this out of the Greek philosophy section, and then I just have a final closing sentence. As weird as it sounds, in Plato's opinion, true reality is otherworldly. So this evidence ties into this. This evidence ties into the previous idea up here. And I'm not just kind of throwing evidence. I'm not pasting it down at the bottom or something like that. It's always in service to your discussion. Okay, I think that'll do it for this one.